Hey family, Pastor Willingham here. Again, I invite you to subscribe to the channel here. How many of you know that it's important to remember God when you succeed? Remember God when you succeed. Too many times God brings us from a place of losses and a place of deficit, and we rely on God to pull us out of a situation, and then when we have success, when God blesses us, we forget God. We walk away from God. And I tell you, it's important here that we remember God when we have success. Deuteronomy 8 verses 13 through 18 shows us this here, and it reads this way: And when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thy heart be filled up, and forget not the Lord God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You see, so don't forget God when you succeed. Don't forget that it's God who led you through that great and terrible wilderness. Don't forget that it's God that before you had the success that you have, that God took you through a process. Um, and don't forget that process. Don't forget where God brought you from. He goes on to say here, wherein were fiery serpents, the things that you went through, and scorpions and drought, where there was no water. Who brought thee forth who brought forth water out of the rock of flint? Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee again and prove thee and do thee good at the latter end. And so, and thou say in thine heart, my power and might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth. And so sometimes, we succeed and we take the credit for our own success. You know, sometimes we succeed and we take the credit for our own success. And God is saying here, thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is God that gave you the power to get wealth. He says that he might establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And so know that it's God that makes you successful. It's God that has brought you through any challenges and wilderness periods that got you into a place of success. God brought you there. And it's important, again, for us to make sure that when we reach different levels of success, that we don't take credit for our own success, but that we remember God, in this process. And so I invite you again to subscribe here. And I thank you for listening. And I also ask you to share this information if you find it beneficial. And so God bless you. Remember God in your success. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.